All right, let's get into the Yellowstone clock and the Ring of Fire and Russia quake hitting at 8.7, 8.8 miles per hour on the Richter scale, and the 8788 is coming up in August. And these things are kind of telling a story in one way, shape, or form, as that Petro PEA Velasquez system was announced, and we see the Jason Momoa, who's the Aquaman, shaving the beard, and Aquaman connects you to the trident, the Poseidon, and the Poseidon is the Zelensky, who has a trident over his heart, and all those types of things. So the cutting child cancer research was today, and that's tying into the circumcision for the 8 days. Your 8th month is your August. Your 8 on 8 is August 8th, and then 8-1 would be a great day for some things to pop off. But 8-1, 8-2, 8-3, any of this August, and then also know that October is also an 8th month, and then also know that the 8th year on the woman clothed in the sun is this year on 9/23. And Yellowstone, the TV show, has a show called 1923 as a little prequel series, okay? Has 1883, 1923, and the Madison that is connected to this. And 1923 has December 18th, 2002 connected, and April 6th, 2025 connected, and that has the 8-1, 8-2, 8-6, 8-4, 8-5, whatever connected on all those things. And then you also see the 4-6 with the Biden was just 46, and then Trump is the 47. You see this 47 and 11, or 47 minutes to 112 minutes long. That's the 11 and 12. You're in the 11th hour and the 12th hour, that midnight time frame. You're in the last seconds, as we saw today, the Falcon 9 launch 11 for the Dragon crew and such. So which was postponed for 8-1, and this could be when the Dragon is cast down to the ground on that 8-1, or cast down into the ocean for that Gulf Hole-in-One in the Gulf of America. Either way, or we could see the Florida get that little pop off, right? And then it hits just right, and Elon said it's hard to move water, so you move the land and that moves the water, and that's where you get the tsunami and the Gulf of Mexico and those types of things. And then also you hit it right in Florida, you can knock out New York as well with a wave in one way, shape, or form. But oh man, all these things. This is where you get Elon Mao, the Chinese Elon or whatever. It's all telling you a story. And the eastern sun, and then California is in the west. But when you look at a map or whatever, China's not in the east from there, or whatever, it's on the west side. So that's where you get the eastern sun coming up on the western side, and wherever else in different parallels, as the Justin sun is coming to shine the light. And then the Amazon, you have this Dragon X launch, and then I forget which day exactly, is the Justin sun going up in the Blue Origin and the Bezos and those types of things. So the Ring of Fire, this chain reaction, the Yellowstone we seek some kind of things in our reality as far as America, but we as far as a hard count, we could take the Ring of Fire shaking up, and then the Yellowstone being opened up, right? And you're showing the bride, and then the Diamond National Park in the Arkansas pops off, and that's your San Madrid and all that kind of shit. And that's your 1,000-watt reverb and whatever else kind of thing. The thousands, the 1,000 years of time, or whatever, the Thou Sands. That's that sandy loam soil over there. Wah, 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 on a 10.0 plus. Either way, and also everything is fracked, the rack for the pool table and the liquefaction quake and all that kind of shit can be lining up, where it's all done for these days, and whatever else is going to be happening, and you get the replay of the tar pits and all that shit going on. Okay, so as the temple, the new earth, and all these things are coming, we can get new coastlines and new maps and all that kind of thing. And then we could also see where we might get a new continent coming out of this or whatever, where we go to 8 billion, 8 continents, or whatever, the 8 on the infinity, and those types of things as we're going into the new heaven and earth and whatever else. So that could also be where we could also see like another new world created. Oh man, I need to do a video on that stuff too. Now I'm in a whole nother rabbit trail. Anyways, the elevation on Yellowstone is 8,104 feet. This 8.1 to the 8.4, Obama turning 64 this year on 8.4, and then in 2020 we saw the Beirut bomb. So all those things kind of be replaying, and when it came up, it looked like a big shark or whatever. But anyways, folks, man, we're right here, dude. The 8th month, the 7th month, or 7th year, 11th month on the woman clothed in the sun, Trump's trial on 7/11/24. That has the 24 on your 9/11 here. So like from 9/11 to 9/23, those 12 days, the Last Supper, all those types of things, 9/1 to 9/11, all those, the 8 to the 8 to the October, Red October, all those things to the Phantom, to the Phantom, to the Phantom. Okay? Either way, if you've been following, hopefully this makes sense. This is all kind of hard to put together, and my mind is just like going everywhere as all this shit's just coming in. Because when I was in Wyoming in 2020, first trip, or sorry, it was 2020 vision, and then by the time we got to Wyoming, it was in 2021 because the Nashville Christmas bomb and all those things, the quake was going off in my head then, and either way, that was the 2020 Christmas, and then the Nashville bomb happened, and then there were some things that happened with that and showed me how all this other side, whatever. Anyways, so the Wyoming trip, the first one had weird vibes, but it felt good in one way, and then the second trip, it's like, had to get the hell out of there. But that first trip, I was getting all these boom, 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 all this stuff coming in. And the 23 stuck out, and we're in the 23 and 9/11 now. I posted these things before. Aliens, illegal aliens is here. So the point of all this kind of crazy shit's kind of been shown to me. And if so-called motherships or whatever pops up out of the ground, because everything is like within here, okay? There's no out there. It's all like, we're in a pressurized container system, whatever, and the reality is a self-feeding beast, and reality creates itself. It takes time for these seeds to manifest and grow and whatever else, but it's light within light and ages within ages, and one spectrum of time, the 50s, 60s, 70s, sprouts 80s, 90s, whatever, and that sprouts this and that. When we're seeing this all as the motion pictures given life, and heaven's like into the net, we have the net, heaven in our hands, all these things that we're connecting together. So as man, we're the lampstands of God, which is light, and we are reflecting these different lights of these begotten sons that's given to us to bring in different times and changes and whatever. So the Yellowstone eruption, the volcanoes, the active may be the real ones, the dormant may be the fake ones. It's a parallel system where we have like real weather, but we also have modified weather. We have real volcanoes, but we have modified volcanoes. We have real eruptions, but we have eruptions where they show you lava and all those types of things coming out. So the Yellowstone eruption, or not the Yellowstone, but whatever eruption, they've been associating UFOs with volcanoes the past years or whatever. So don't be surprised if when Yellowstone pops, because I've seen the mothership there with my wife and 8 witnesses, okay? And it took up a third of the sky, went behind the mountains and whatever else, all right? There's no way man built it. Well, I'm not going to say that because they could have built it in Antarctica or wherever this, whatever world is, all right? But as far as where civilization lives, they could not build this thing because it was Too big. All right, and it was way up in the sky, and if it was up in the sky that big, just imagine how big it is on ground. All right, but either way, that's a whole nother story. That was pure darkness in the sky. So when this darkness comes to light, it could actually come up out of the ground, and this mothership could come and just like land in Eden, which is in Nebraska, I told you, and that's why it's perfectly flat and shit. It's just ready for this cube to come and land, and that could be like the New Jerusalem, where the alien civilization can go and live. You know, speaking too fast, my mouth's dry. It just ain't working. Either way, let's take a refreshing drink of water. So, today, 7/31/2025 equals your 11 on the 7/31 and 2025 on the 9. And the 25 equals the 7, but either way, we're on 6-month, day 11 of Trump's administration. So just a nice little clock as far as that 9/11, 6/11 transfer point as we're going into those 8 months. And that circumcision on that cutting child cancer research was done today, and the rebuilding of the temple and that ballroom and the waltz. So wrapping it up, the 2026, the 26 is the 8. So this is where you see the 8 to the 8 and to the 8. And then also 26 or 2026, the 2/6 equals the 4. And then that's also connected to your 420 for the Most High and all those things. So either way, these are just little collapsive clocks to show you that little clock striking 12 and whatever else on that 48. And then Elvis is turning 48 years dead this year because he died in 77, age 42. Biden was born in 42. And then the 11 here for your 47 on Trump's reign. So either way, all kinds of clocks here to collapse in so you can understand. But either way, the Yellowstone eruption, the Ring of Fire popping off, LA tsunami, Wanda Fuca on the Oregon coast, Seattle, Hawaii, all those things are all kind of setting up. All right, Hawaii might just be like the beginning, and then we might see a whole new continent out there. Either way, good luck, people.